So it's Sunday. You can hear the traffic there. And I just got inside the lakes and pissing it down. Just going to try this island area. It's a bit shallower there, and I've got a fish and a lighter set up. It's actually my bass set up, so it's got 17-pound braid on it. So if I do hook up, I've got to be a little bit careful when I strike, not to sort of just strike crazily, because you can snap braid because it's not a lot of stretch. So I'm going to want to sort of just lift into it, wind down and sort of lift into it, do it that way. Well, that's if we hook up. This particular lake I haven't done that well at, but it's yes, we've got a lighter setup, so a bit not nice to use. I got a more of a clumsy setup, but you don't half notice it. Heavier reel, heavier rod, but it's good for fishing in and around swims which got full of bloody trees and stuff like that. So today's about just being a bit careful with this gear, really, because the rod's 200, and I'm not too worried about the reel. The reel's just a... See, look at this area, look, isn't it lovely? How clear it is, look, down there. Yeah, so this is... so what we'll do, I'm going to start right at the far end, and then I'll work my way down. So it'll get quite sort of... The foliage will get quite sort of... But I'm just going to turn her off, because I ain't got much battery. Let's find out what's going on. Ah, he's off. I felt the better fish as well. Fuck it. He's off. Look at that. I felt the better fish. So what I might do, I might just try and whack it out like that. See if he's still in the mood. Bet he ain't. Right. He's got it. Well, that's the same fish or what, I don't know. I'd say this one's probably about £8, this fish. I've seen it. I've not had one gut hooked yet, so you got to sort of try and think what he's doing. This is the tricky bit, setting the hooks. But I've got to do something. I've got to do something. It's coming. He's bigger than the other ones. Oh, it's come off. It's come off. Fuck it. Reasonable fish. Reasonable fish. Bastard. Right, so... Right. Last time. So we're going to have... do lots of little strikes so I don't... Better anyway. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. He's lightly hooked. It's maybe 10 this one. Might try and net him quickly then, because he's not huge. But this is the difference between sort of. Oh, that's a good fish. Oh, he's just ever so lightly hooked. We're never going to get this. Come to Papa. Yes, 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 yes. And the roach is intact as well. That's a nice fish. That's probably 10, I'd say. Oh, that's a nice fish. Trying to bust the rod. That's about 10. Let's see. Got a long fish. Long sort of fish. The hooks are out. The hooks are out. Let's quickly measure him. I think he's 10. I'd say he's very, very lucky to get that. Oh, there's some bigger ones in here after all. Yeah. Got 32 there. 31. Yeah, he's about £10. £9, £10, that one. That one there, nice fish. Angry old bugger. Yeah. Big old tail on him. Big pike. Yeah, very nice. Very nice indeed. There's the bait, look. Which can go out again. What you want with that? Oh yeah. Right, let's what's the best way to deal with it? Grab that. Bloody hell. It really did. There's two. There's two grabbed it. He's got wrapped round there a bit. Cool, it whacked into that. Oh. Not monsters, but cool, they like their dead boats, mate. Right, I'm gonna get him out, I think. Where's the old net? What do I need to do? So it's reasonable size. He's wrapped himself in that. Reasonable. Christ. Come on, Pike, you got to unravel yourself now. Quite a nice fish. I'd say it's about £8, something like that, if I can just. So we've had one out of that spot, not a biggie, and I'm just trying to try another spot. We were there a bit later. The sun's a bit higher up, but I forgot my bloody cotton. Would you believe? It's in my little white Tupperware box. Fucking thing. So dead baits are sort of trying to fly off at every moment. So Managed to forget my cotton. Wobbling roach again. So the bait's a bit frozen, but I just sort of, it's very clear here. The sun is, oh, we've got a fish. We've got a fish. Pike has grabbed it. Is he still there? I might have spooked him. Has he got it? Has he got it? He's still got it. He's taken it. I can feel it coming out of my hands. Look. Just let him have it a bit before we strike. Right, he's got it. So we're going to strike now. We're in. That was a reasonable fish. What's the drag like? Not too bad. No, he's not huge. Mr. Pikey. He's not a monster. There's the dead bait. Quick, 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 get the dead bait. Come here, you. There's the fish and there's the dead bait. Yes. Nice little one. Let's get the mat for all you enthusiasts. There you go. That's a nice fish. And I think he might have even unhooked himself. Where's the hooks? There they are. The hooks are just there. Look, he's out. Perfect. There you go. Nice pike. Just a bit of cotton around the head. Just keep it on, but better food cast. Nothing's grabbed it, but we'll just give it. It's very shallow, so they're either sort of there or they're not. I've got to watch this tree. It's about as close as I dare. So what I can do, I can stand this side, come over this side, and we'll just. This is usually completely caked with weed in the summer, this area. So there's probably only sort of a few feet. But I think they just hide in the weed. They sort of sit in the weed. I can just see the dead bait there, but so if you can see one following it, which I often do, we'll try another spot. I have to do something like that. A bit of weed there. Leaf on him. Bit of weed, should I say. A dreaded weed. Alright, get the gist. Pike's just whacked into it. He couldn't resist it. So it's careful not to break the braid. What's the drag like? Let's loosen off on the drag a little bit. And go like that. Not a monster. You sort of don't know what to do at the minute. It's not a shrimp either. bottom hook. Can you whack that? He's not a big one. He's not a big one. He doesn't know what to do. Just want him to go for a run, so I ain't got a... Oh, he don't know what to do, does he? It's the cold, or it's the... Anyway, let's get him out of the water then. If you don't know what to do. Trying to break the rod. Oh, it's about £6, something like that, probably like 6. See, now he's thrashing about. Which I wanted it to do out there, didn't I, Sonny? I didn't want you to be doing that here. Yeah. Nice one. £6, something like that. Probably. He's away. Good start. Wobbled herring. She's absolutely mullered. Right, one's got it, I think. I'm going to give it a... very big one. Oh, he's off. Good. She done my dead bait. Smashed it. Ow. My bloody finger. Another one's grabbed it. Another one's grabbed it. I don't think he's huge. You never know. It's a small bait, so I'm going to strike. I've got him. It's a more pike. And he's not a monster. Nice little fish. Nice little fish. Let's just lift him out. Let him out. Key thing with this is not to bust the bloody rod. Yeah, nice fish there, look. Lovely condition. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Well, let's get the hooks out and run out of bait before anything. Anyway, so he's just... This is size 6 hooks these are. That's about £25 wire, something like that. So this is the tricky bit, it's just sort of pulling out the aftermath. They're semi-barbless, so it all helps. And obviously one is sort of barbed. It's just trying to work out what's... Years ago, before these sort of plastic mesh nets, they used to be a nightmare to get out, but that's outlet. Just check the braid there, nothing's happened. And there you go, that's the rig. That's the rig, this is the bait. Just a small herring. And you just put the top hook, the barb, and pull off this gunk if you want. Make a lot of difference if you're in a hurry. You just put it through the head like that, like so, and then you just grab the other barbed hook and just put it in the side there, just under its fin, and you just whack it up right like that. What I do, just so you can get a bit more out of them. Right now there's a lot of little pikes grabbing them, so this is all I've got. You could probably get away with using shads and things like that, but I'm old-fashioned. I like to use dead baits. I find when you're fishing on a day when they're not really feeding that well at all, I find a retrieved dead fish is the difference between getting a take and not. That really is. This is like, for me, it's an old-fashioned way. And it's funny, there's a lot of stuff on the market you can buy, but this sort of thing is wobbled. Smelt is probably the best for this because it has the best action. But I've got some roach in there as well. They're okay. You cannot beat, and you can put plenty of this around. It won't fly off, you see, and it'll survive an attack from a pike, so you can reuse it, maybe, if you're lucky. But that's it. You just ping that out, and you know, it's defrosted a bit now, so there's a bit of action, and that's it. And you just flutter it along. That's it. Something's grabbed it again. Oh, it's deep there. Just got to let him have it a bit. He's still running with it. He's still running with it. We'll have to try and stop him. Got him. Not a monster. Not a monster. It's a shame. Just never know. Right, let's get him out. So I've only got 2 roach left, including this one. So it's still a bit frozen. It's not sinking that well, but that's not a bad thing, because seem to be a lot of small fish about. So I wish I had a herring on. I had another 2 in the freezer, but I didn't bloody bring it because I was a prat. Took that in there. It's a bit deeper here, so I'm whacking it out and I'm just letting it sink to the bottom and then retrieving it. Try that one over there. That's all I do. It's going to help it. Just a steady retrieve. Nice little place just here. There's a spod there, look, hanging up in the bush. And someone's tried to get too carried away. I'm just waiting for a knock, really. Right, let's give it another go. Give it another go, he says. Right, trying to put it in the bushes. So without cotton, it's just a bit of a mission. It's quite weedy out there, I've found. A steady retrieve. I just find that with a wobbled bait, I just feel 10 times more confident that a pike was going to grab it than it would do a spinner. So I'm just having a little go with this Savage Gear duck. It's a bit of an experiment. Mainly because I just want to cast a bit further, but because without the cotton on the wobble baits I can't sort of. Perfect edible size, wouldn't you say? See, with this I can probably get it right to the other side there. Look at that, that's good. Right, rooster popper. Fucking hell, not gone a long way that is. So the sun's just a bit too high, you see. If anything, I'm probably better off casting over there because it's a bit darker. But I'm not reluctant to take it at the minute. Right, so we just got in a new swim. It's down here. Nothing going on the other one. That's almost like they're buggered off. So anyway, let's just try our luck with this. It's a very shallow, weedy pit, this one. So they're either sort of active in you. You know. Either what sort of play ball. Well, they don't. There was quite a few here the other day, not at this spot, but difficult to cast. I don't know if I'm just going to give it another one. I like to sort of, once I've got warmed up at casting at that angle, I like to sort of do another one. So they're following it in at the minute on this swim. The clear water. This twitch deadbait is lethal, mate. Absolutely lethal. Not huge that want to just follow it in, about the same size, I'd say. I'm sure this is how you. I know there's one down there, so. He's not followed it this time. Okay, I've just grabbed it. Just grabbed it. Let's have a strike, shall we? There's a little bloody piddly one, look. Fucking thing. Believe it. Nothing following, nothing in the area. Well, I don't know if I'm going the right bloody way or not. This looks pretty. I'm going the right way anyway, wasn't it? There's the boats over there. I've gone the wrong way. I want to go down that one. There's the boats over there. So before we sort of think about fishing, we're just going to give it a look, because that's so bloody clear. It looks shallow and clear. This is good. You can get your trolley up and down here. Oh no, it's all been made nice. No mooring. What have we got here? So it's deeper up the other end or what? Yeah, just sort of seeing where's the best sort of swim really, just sort of scoping out seeing what's the deepest. I ain't walked along here in, God, I must have been about in my barely 20, just low 20s when I walk around here. So we've rigged out the pike rods, got one out sort of in the middle, we've got another one in a little bit closer just off the point here. It's a bit of flow, good bit of flow. It's a bit clear. And there's one or two boats about, which does tee you off a little bit, but it can't be helped. That's disadvantage has been on a big river. You get a lot of holiday makers and that, even in winter time. So you just have to, it sort of limits your where you can fish to. It's like you can't just fish to the other side of the bank, otherwise you start getting your gear caught up in the boats and stuff like that. So you just have to sort of fish to what you can fish with, which usually is good enough. And if you don't expect too much, it's like this, we're just going to put a maggot feeder on the bottom, not too far out. So if boats do come past, I'm in control. I can quickly wind the gear in, or I can just, so I can sit here and I ain't got to worry about the boats too much. I can fish and not worry too much about what they're doing. They can't moor here because it's a club. This is a club water, these swims. So there you go. It's got the old chub tip on there. I'm gonna use some braid. Put some braid on. I can do. I'll come back for that in a minute. What am I trying to do? Reel, here it is. We've just put out the quiver tip rod. Just got a maggot feed with a few maggots and a little bit of ground bait. And 2 maggots on there just to see if there's anything out there. Anything out there. One out for a pike, another one out for a pike just here. A few boats starting to appear now, which is the problem with this kind of fishing, but they are. That's just, you just have to accept it. That's as simple as that. It's a bit clear at the minute, the old river. It needs a bloody good downpour, which I'm sure we'll get at some point. He's speeding. Yeah, braid's quite good because it sort of cuts in the tide. Very thin, very low diameter, and it'll sort of cut through the tide. So it's pretty good for this. Yeah, like I say, we're just giving it a go to see what sort of happens. I like the water a lot dirtier than this though. Doesn't give me a lot of confidence when it's like this. Yeah, if you want a bigger pike, this is definitely the sort of place. There doesn't seem anything there at the minute. Herring's a good bait, I like this. So you have to give it a good whack. Nice big herring there, so you can get over on the other side. There's a few bloody boats about, but we're just slow retrieve. I'm just waiting for a knock, and then all we'll do, we'll just ease off on the drag, or flip the bail arm over, and we'll just leave the rod, quickly nip round and get my net, and that's all we're looking to do really. And there's got to be, I'd rather have a roach on to do this, or a smelt, but then you're limited to how far you can cast it, I suppose. But you should take your herring, slowly retrieved. But I don't like this water being all clear like this. Don't like it mucky after a flood, but I like a little bit of colour in it, a little bit of mystery, a little bit of cover for the fish. But no takes yet. No takes yet. So I've got a mackerel out there. So I'm guessing the current's going to start to pick up a bit. There's the herring. So they do sort of behave a lot more differently. Sort of trying to, each dead bait behaves more differently. I prefer roach or smelt for this. They seem to flutter and dart and all sorts, but they'd be a bit smaller, they wouldn't be able to cast them so far. So, I just tried the different angles of the clock. Need cotton, otherwise you'd lose your bait. It's brilliant stuff. Place. Someone's dumped a can of Coke in there. It's out of order, that is. Especially somewhere as beautiful as this. Right, so here we are. So we've just rocked up at a club stretch. I just had checking out the water clarity, and that's all nice and cloudy. So lovely part of the world here. And just first time I've used this reel for this sort of fishing, but the get it on. This is £12 Shimano mono. This is, I don't want it to be like, but it's £12. So just gonna be wobbling dead baits. And that's all we're gonna do. Right. So the treadle's just come out, but the cotton is holding it. So we just bung it back in. Like that. The back of the roach is coming away, look, that's not good. It's smacking the water, so what I'm going to do is put some cotton around it. So we've just got that smelt on now, so it's just caught in the bottom a little bit there. You get a little bit of... So I put the cotton on because the gut sometimes blows, and instead of getting about 5 casts out of it, you'll get a lot more, but it's lost its eye. But I'll take them like that. It's got a little SSG there. Food boat still. But it's just really, it's like, it's a very vast river. All I can say is you can't fish everywhere, you can't cover everything. This technique is good because you can search, but when you're doing it, you've got to try and keep it as tight to the bottom as you can and keep twitching it. So you just got to judge. You don't really know how deep it is. I usually count to sort of about 10. I might sort of stop mid. Sometimes it will catch on the bottom and you'll get a little bit of weed, and that will ruin the rest of the retrieve. But when I've caught them here, they're usually quite big fish, and sometimes they're right at your feet, like just down here. Whether they keep seeing the bait coming in at this angle and eventually just come in and sit there, warming up to the idea, or what, I don't know. See, we're going against the current that way, but that should swing round, so it's just, I sometimes step back a little bit as well if I want to just get the bait to sort of, just to be a bit deeper down. We'll get this, anything like that, you want it out of the way. I'll have to wipe the screen because of the rain. you had in about, I don't know, 10 casts out there, just go to the next spot. That's as simple as that. It's beautiful out here. It's actually quite a good day for it. It's not too bright. The water's got a bit of cloudiness to it. The classic sort of cloudiness. I've got 2 more dead baits left. I've got the other one's cormorant. Look, bloody things. Shoot the bastards. There we go. Caught in the... That's better. That's why I probably moved out here in the first instinct. Oh, deep hole there. Be careful. And we're just looking for a knock. So I thought I had a little something there. It might be in the bottom there. So we're just twitching it along, mate. Yeah, twitching there. So one more, and we'll give it a bit of a lob out this time. Got the wind behind us, which helps. I've chosen this spot today because of that, to help me a little bit. So the wind in your face all the time, it makes it, wind's in your face hard and it's cold and rain, it's sort of telling you to go the other way all the time as well. If you've just got it coming over your back, over your shoulders, you sort of, it's just a bit more comfy. You can sort of, you can cast easier, cast further. So there's nothing. You can trot a dead bait down in the current, and so it just tumbles along the bottom, looking like an expired fish, and a pike's just sitting there, and you're like, I'll have some of you. But like this, just sort of, if there's anything sort of prepared to be a little bit active with it. So it don't look much, but I'm telling you, these are better than an artificial lure. Whether it's a scent thing or what, I don't know, but they see the protein bar and they go for it. So we can go to the next spot. So this is so that cotton is really doing some good work keeping that fish held together, because when it smacks the water it sort of disintegrates, and a bit of cotton is just helping to hold it together. You'd be surprised what they will actually take, what sort of state of a retrieved dead bait when they're in the mood. It's a nice better colour here in the water, I think. You see, that's it, and they've got that lead there which is bringing it down a bit for it, so that's it, and it just little taps. You see the cotton hanging off the back, but that don't mean, don't worry about that. Let's do one right out in front, and if you, oh Christ, and don't overcast it like that, really, behind it to see if there's anything following it. See, we've done quite a lot of there you go, just wrap the cotton round again. That'll only come undone again, but that's it. We'll move to the next spot. Big area to search. Yeah. So yeah, it's just get yourself in a rhythm, really. You're just waiting for a couple of taps, that initial sort of when he grabs it, and then just flick the bail arm open by the boat. And they're actually bank fishing. They've actually moored the boat up on the side where it says no mooring, and they're literally there they are, look. They're literally, what's it, 9.7 something or other. See, we're just flicking it around now. We've sort of done a couple this way. So if you lose your way doing this, and you sort of think, oh shit, there's nothing there, and this, that and the other. I cannot emphasise, if you're sort of starting to switch off and you're starting to lose it a little bit, all I would say is just keep the slow retrieve. If you're losing sort of the heart to keep working the lure and working the dead bait, and I'm talking, this is after sort of maybe 2, 3, 4 hours of doing it. One thing you can do is just lower the rod like this and just keep very gently, slowly retrieving it in, so that the dead bait stays low, and it's coming in, and that is as good as anything. I honestly don't think a lot of people know what the hell they're doing in this day and age. I really don't. Dead bait's working lovely. Right, I'm just going to turn to save some battery in case we do. I think a pike has grabbed it. I think the pike has grabbed it. So laugh at me if it. What's the drag like? Because he's going to run like fucking hell. Might not have done. Nope. Must have been imagining things. I swear he fucking like grabbed it. Must have just got caught in the bottom or something. I swear a pike had grabbed it right down at the feet. I saw him and everything. I must be losing it. Right, there's a deer down here. I think he's stuck, so he's just gone berserk, because this is the only way in. So he's either got to go for a swim, or he's got to come past me, and he's actually gone the way I want to go. I've already gone the other way. He's in here somewhere. Where is he? Oh, don't break the bloody rod. He's in there somewhere. This is the way I want to go, you see. Don't look that good, does it? Alright, I think I could let him. I'll let him do it. I've already fished these ones. We're sort of working our way back. We've sort of chucked the kitchen sink at it, and not found the answers. So the car's up this way, so we're heading back that way. But there's a stretcher. I didn't fish that much, so off the end. So I'm just gonna, oh Christ, just try a few things first without sort of losing the gear first go. So, just gonna try one out the back there. Very tricky to sort of cast without. Right, just grab the gear, and this is all overgrown. Last time I fished this point was 1990, some 30 years ago, 31 years ago. It's all overgrown. We used to fish down there, between that tree and down there, but that tree's collapsed. That tree's fallen over. Used to be able to fish. That used to be a swim down there. Just in front there. Anyway, that's the way out over there. I'll just save some battery.